with me. I said to the Mississippi, oh, we'll take a boat to the land of dreams, stream down the river, down to New Orleans. Bands there to join us. I said, old friends that greet us. Where are the people? They all meet. This is New Orleans, Basin Street. Oh, Basin Street is a street where the elite always meet. Down in New Orleans, land of dreams. Oh, you never know how night seems, just how much it really means. Glad to be, oh yes, Ray, where welcome's free. Dear to me, where I can lose my Basin Street blues. Sesame Street. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Oh, could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? A neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, could you be mine? Would you be mine? You be my neighbor. Oh, won't you please, won't you please, please won't you be my neighbor? Just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, could you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please, won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? We'd like to welcome you to our live from New Orleans show this evening. It's November 6th show. That's you can't see him. We've got to figure out another method for next week. But tonight, this is what we're doing. That's the great Dan Caro. We can see you from this camera up here. So I've got you on the Dan cam. That's the great Dan Caro on drums and mixing board and T. Yes. Mighty T.
Mr. T.
We've got our neighbors outside, and we're live from New Orleans every week, Friday night from 6:30 to about 8:30 Central Standard Time. And I'd like to thank Lance and Brenda over at Lance at Lafargue Pianos for this beautiful instrument, this loner, and it really is a beautiful instrument. It makes the neighborhood quite lovely, and thank you, Lafargue Pianos, for your support. We take requests and we do all kinds of stuff, and if my son's on the other line looking at Facebook feed and seeing if there's any requests out there, and otherwise, here's one. Let's see. Here's one of the great Connick Jr.
And Matt's not crazy. He's looking outside at the people. We're on the second story of his house. And there's some folks gathered out on the sidewalk and in the street. And this is sort of a Friday night hang from 6:30 to 8:30. If you know where he lives, we're not going to give you the address, but if you happen to know, Mr. Lemmler and his neighbors and the community come out and support live music during this time where we can't gather in public venues and clubs around town. So this is how we manage that. So he's not crazy looking out the window. He's actually talking to people. So good deal.
Well, Dan, I am crazy, but I'm still talking to people outside. That doesn't stop me.
There you go.
Here's one for the great Connick Jr. Sometimes I play with the automobiles. They still call them automobiles? The motorized vehicles. It's one way to check your pitch. Anyway, here's one called A Wink and a Smile by the great Connick. He actually wrote this song. Actually, he did write this song. Mark Shaman and another musician from New Orleans, Ramsey McLean, wrote this song, but Harry made this famous in When Harry Met... Actually, with Sleepless in Seattle. I was going to say When Harry Met Sally, but that's another tune. I may do that one later on tonight, too. This one's A Wink and a Smile. I remember the days of just keeping time, of hanging around sleepy towns forever. Oh, back roads empty for miles. Well, you can't have a dream and cut it to fit. But when I saw you, I knew we'd go together. Oh, like a wink and a smile. Leave your old jalopy by the railroad track. We'll get a hip, double dip, tip choppy, two-seat Cadillac. So you can rev her up and don't go slow. It's only green lights and all right. Let's go together with a wink and a smile. from yesterday together with a wink and a smile. Oh, we together like a wink and a smile. Oh, yes. That's the great Harry Connick Jr. This one goes out to one of my Disney princesses out there. This goes out to Turtle and her mother Pepper. This is entitled Blueberry Hill by the great Fats Domino. He used to be alive. He passed away several years or so ago, and he was one of my favorite New Orleans pianists. And Dan, looks like you got something on your mind. You got something?
He used to be alive.
He used to be alive. He did used to be alive. There was a lot of these great pianists. Harry Jr. is still alive, thankfully, and but we lost, in the last 2-3 years, we lost some great New Orleans pianists. We lost the great Ellis Marcellus. We lost Art Neville and Alan Toussaint and Dr. John, Henry Butler. I'm probably missing some, and also Fats Domino, great Antoine Domino. And Antoine Domino, he, like I said, he used to be alive, but he's still alive in the records and the music and stuff we listen to and have, and also in the music that he performed. We can recreate sort of, but not like Fats. But he also used to be my neighbor. So speaking of neighbors, when I was living in the Lower Ninth Ward, growing up, I went to Holy Cross. I went to St. Maurice Parochial School down the street, and my grandparents were there in the Ninth Ward. I think their family came there in the late 1700s and settled down there. It was like farmland and probably swamp, and I think that St. Claude Bridge was probably there before they even got there in the 1700s. But anyway, that St. Claude Bridge, if you know about it, it's always seems to be up when you want to cross it and you're late for a gig. But anyway, Fats lived on the same street on Caffin Avenue. We were about maybe 6-7 blocks away, and Popeye's Fried Chicken was right across the street from his house. And I used to, whenever I'd go to Popeye's in the drive-thru, could see whether he was home, if his Cadillac was outside or not, and I could always see if the great Fats Domino was home. So this goes out to my Disney princess, Turtle. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill, on Blueberry Hill. When I found you, the moon stood still on Blueberry Hill and lingered until my dream came true. Oh, the wind and the willow play like a sweet melody, but all of the vows we made were never to be. Though we're apart, follow me still, for you are my thrill on Blueberry Hill. The wind and the willow play like a sweet melody, but all of the vows we made were never to be. Though we're apart, so misty. For you are my friend on Blueberry. Oh, yeah. Here's one from the great Mac Grabenak, otherwise known as the great Dr. John. great Mac Rabenak. Here's another New Orleans professor, the great Alan Toussaint. Alan used to tell stories of his childhood in the country, and he used to play like this while he would talk. Oh, thank you. And thank y'all for dancing out there. Y'all the best dancers on the dance floor. Best dancers on the street and best dancers in the neighborhood. Congrats. We have a prize for y'all. I told them they were the best dancers in the neighborhood, best dancers on the street, and best dancers on the dance floor. Oh, so I got a message from Pepper, and she said, so nice to listen to you again after Zeta. I think Zeta was the hurricane. It sounds like pasta. We almost got pummeled by a hurricane that sounded like the name of a pasta dish. But Zeta. It's Zeta? Zeta. Anyway, I didn't know what the hurricane was, but I actually, we were here in the house when the storm came, and we had power. The power went on and off it flickered on and off for about 3 or 4 times, and it stayed on. But the whole time, my beautiful girlfriend Tara was here, and her dogs and Bird were here, and she had never been through a hurricane, and she was kind of scared, and I was kind of a little bit worried, but so I decided to play music, and so I actually videotaped myself for about an hour through the storm, and it's pretty cool because afterwards I realized that you could see the windows shaking, and my fairies up there were dancing quite fast, and you could see the storm outside, and you could see the eye come through. And so if you're interested in watching that, I have a YouTube channel. It's Matt Lemmler, MattLemmler. I think my son hopefully will post the link to that. But I'm looking for subscribers on that because I would love to go live on YouTube one of these days. And you need 1,000 subscribers. And right now I have about 304, I think, last time I checked. So I need about 700 more subscribers. So if you have friends or if you don't have friends, just check out my YouTube channel, and you can see the storm and me playing music through the storm. It's one of my recent posts I actually posted. I think I'm going to do this Randy Newman song. This is when I was going through a tough time and away from after Hurricane Katrina and the failure of our federal levees in 2005. People from New Orleans and people from the Gulf Coast, whenever a hurricane comes close, we usually have flashbacks, and we're a little extremely sensitive around hurricanes, especially when they have a direct hit around here in this vicinity. But during 2005, I was away from, later after the storm, I was exiled in Houston, Texas, and was there for about 5 years and away from my son. And one way I learned to stay on the phone with him when he was still back here in New Orleans was to sing to him. And back then I wasn't singing at all, and I was afraid to sing. And so I started singing Disney songs and nursery rhymes for him on the phone. And when you're 1.5-year-old child or 2 years old, it's hard to keep the baby's attention on the phone. So I realized if I sang Disney songs and Disney songs from movies that we watched together, he knew it would keep him on the phone, and he would sing with me. And this is one of the songs. This is from Toy Story, from the great Randy Newman's pen. It's entitled "You've Got a Friend in Me." And my son's name is Miles, and I remember when he first heard these lyrics, and some of the lyrics are, when the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles away from your nice warm bed. He heard his name in that song, and he said, "Daddy, I'm famous." And so this goes out to my son Miles. This is entitled "You've Got a Friend in Me." You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead, and you're miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old dad said, son. You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. Got a friend in me. You got troubles, then I got them too. Oh, there isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, we can see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Now some of the folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, baby. But none of them ever love you the way I do. Just me and you, boy. And as the years go by, oh, our friendship will never die. You're gonna say it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. Oh, you got a friend in me. The folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, baby. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. As years go by, oh, our friendship will never die. You're gonna say it's our destiny. You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. I said you got a friend in me. Oh, yes. That's the great Randy Newman from Toy Story. Speaking of friend, another friend, Mr. Dan Caro, we've been friends for quite a long time, and we've been playing music, and our mission is to spread our stories and share our stories of our life and things that we've overcome. And Dan's got a story I think he wants to share. He's having tea, but I'm gonna check him out. He's drinking that tea without any hands. Look at that.
Yeah,
He's figured out.
Such an
It's pretty
accomplishment.
amazing. Yeah, it's such an accomplishment. I can't even
Raspberry.
hold that cup. It's so hot.
Raspberry tea.
Yeah, raspberry tea is quite difficult to hold without hands, but that's why I drink. That's why I drink green tea. But
Oh, is that why?
no.
Well, you were drinking Earl Grey for a while. That reminds me of Captain Picard on Star Trek. I drink Earl Grey too. But anyway, yeah, Matt and I have been friends for a while, and we have very similar focus in life, I suppose. We've had all of us have a story. I know quite a bit about Matt's journey, and he knows quite a bit about my journey. And together, we kind of, found each other through the internet and came together. Even though we both grew up in the New Orleans area and playing gigs together, we've never, for a long time we never crossed paths, but we knew of each other. And finally one day one of us connected to the other one, and we've been doing this ever since. So it's a good experience. And earlier Matt was talking about different piano players in New Orleans, and there have been no shortage of great pianists throughout the decades here in New Orleans, and for Matt as a pianist, that resonates strongly
Dan,
with him.
excuse me, sorry.
Go ahead.
I hate to interrupt you, but I don't know if Miles just got a text that we've been the broadcast has been a little interrupted. Let me see if I can log back on for
Okay.
us. Hold on one sec. Is it on?
I can't see. I'm looking at a still image.
Yeah. So we apologize for the technical difficulties. Hold on, let me see. I may have to end this broadcast and start another one. Let's see.